Hi, I'm your host, Marsha Florence for Just Ask. Today's show, ladies and gentlemen, is Searching for the Next Conscious Chef. Hurry back and join us. Hi, I'm your host, Marsha Florence for Just Ask. Today's show, ladies and gentlemen, is Searching for the Next Conscious Chef, and we have a returning chef with us, Dr. Chef Camela McTire. Good morning.
Good morning.
Glad to have you back.
Thank you.
Good.
Glad to be back.
I have to tell you, we had some calls, and somebody said, can the Dr. Chef come back and do another segment? I said, sure. Yeah. So, I mean, the first meal you made for us was the chicken.
It was a balsamic chicken. Mm-hmm. It had portobello mushrooms with cherry tomatoes and green beans.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember I ate it. Okay. I really enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen. So, of course, we want her to come back and tune us in on something else most delectable. Okay. So, what do you have for us today?
This one is going to be a vegetable stir fry with brown rice. So we will get the vegetarians in there, those that don't particularly care for meat. So we did chicken. Now we're just going to do straight vegetables.
Okay, well, let's get the show on the road here.
Awesome. Okay. So we're going to first start out by getting some water hot for our rice. And we are going to use minute rice because we are keeping this at a short period of time. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to get our wok hot here so that we can get our vegetables going.
So let me ask you this. So if a person wants to do a stir fry, do they have to have a wok or not?
You do not. You just need a large skillet.
Okay.
A large skillet. I just happen to have a wok, of course, so it works. It just helps you to toss more vegetables, but a large skillet
Hit the side of the bowls.
There you go. There you go. All right, so we're going to do a minute rice. We're going to get the water hot. We're going to put some olive oil in our wok so that we're ready. And the vegetables that we're going to use today are just strictly, don't need a lot, okay?
Okay.
We're going to use tricolor peppers. So we have yellow and red peppers. We've got some shredded carrots already, broccoli, onions. We have some edamame and some sugar snap peas. Edamame.
What's that?
So they are just a small pea. They come in a pod. Okay. And so we're going to just take them and add them. Now, the edamame is your protein for your vegetable stir fry because edamame in a serving can have up to 19 grams of protein.
Okay, so it looks like a lima bean.
It does, just smaller.
Looks like a lima bean, but it's smaller. So I know you all thought Marsha was going to eat this.
No, don't eat it yet.
She's not going to eat this raw. I mean, because this is raw, correct?
It is raw.
Okay, so I know you saw the segment when I bit the garlic, but I won't eat this, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so it's called edamame.
Edamame.
Okay.
All right. And normally when you see them, you can get these frozen. Mm-hmm. You can buy them fresh. They come in a pod. Okay, you can steam them right in the pot, and then when you eat it, you're just gonna pull the pod away and eat the bean itself.
So now you know the story, peed in the pod.
There you go.
See there, I knew it was a catch. Okay, that's good. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna start out, our wok is hot as you can see. It is smoking. Okay. So we're gonna start out by starting with our onions. Not popping
that time I stepped back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we don't want to pop the host.
Okay.
So we got our onions going. We're just going to break those up a little bit.
Okay. Now, is that considered caramelizing the onion?
It is.
That's that famous word, caramelizing the onion.
And you want your wok or your skillet as hot as you can get it. You don't want to burn it, but you want it hot.
You know what? Now, I always tell people what I'm not a fan of. So I said I wasn't a fan of mushrooms, but I ate it. And I always say I'm not a fan of onions, but I'm going to eat them. Because one thing, I don't like spicy food too much. I always, go against the grain when it's something spicy. But actually, a lot of the foods that are prepared are not spicy. They're seasoned just right.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm going to get over my phobia about spicy food. Okay.
I'm not a spicy food eater either. I'm not an onion person, but it gives good flavor.
Okay.
And there are times when things are cooked with onions, Marsha, I will pick the onions out just but I like
You too?
I like the flavor. I like the flavor that it gives. I just don't like the texture of the onions when I'm eating it. So
All right,
you
all right.
can pick them out. You'll be okay.
So my famous question is, do you need my help?
I don't, Marsha. I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
All right.
I have to ask, ladies and gentlemen, because I know you all think that I don't cook, but I do. Okay, but it's just so much fun to watch somebody else do it and then eat it. And then you say, I'm going to make that myself at home one day. Okay, so.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get our rice going. And we are just using minute rice.
Now,
okay?
I noticed you said brown rice. I didn't know that brown rice came
in minute rice?
In minute rice.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
And normally brown rice takes a lot longer
Yes,
than
it
regular
does.
rice.
Yes,
and
it
so I
does.
stayed away from it for a long time because you'd be, ready to eat and the rice would still not be done.
Right. I always cook my rice first.
Yes.
30 minutes ahead of the regular meal. Okay.
But we have minute rice, so it will not take long. So we're going to bring that back to a boil. And then we're going to cover it and just let it simmer. All right, so we've got our onions, and as you see, they're getting caramelized.
Onions do smell good. All right, all right.
All right.
Okay, so now Chef Camela, last time you were here, we always ask what's the nutritional value of a meal, the calories of the meal, because our viewers are saying, I would try that, but it might be too much fat, or it might be too many calories. So what would you say this meal would round off to be?
This one is, the last meal we did was 800. You're going to, because we have no meat, okay, we're just doing strictly vegetables, and we've got the brown rice. So our calorie intake is going to be a little less. So we're going to range probably between 650 and the 700 range in calories. Not a lot of calories, and it's going to also depend on your serving size again. You don't want a big plate full of food because the more you eat, that's the more calories you have in there. So a nice portion, nice size plate, you'll still be in a good calorie count. Okay. All right. So now we've got the onions. We've got those going. We want to
these onions smell so good. Okay. And onions is something that I always think like, well, I don't want to eat no onions. But can a person just eat onions like that, caramelized?
My husband does all the time.
Really?
He loves to have some caramelized onions. Yes.
I know he keeps plenty of mint. Okay. Okay.
Yes. He loves caramel. He loves onions.
Okay.
So now we're going to go ahead and add our peppers to this, okay?
Okay.
Oh, we had some orange peppers under there. Look at that.
So orange
So we got tricolor.
Now that's pretty colorful there.
There we
and
go.
a lot of times what we look at is that when one of my culinary people come along, ladies and gentlemen, you look at all the blended, beautiful colors, it just makes you want to eat. Okay, so
all right, so we're going to cover the rice and turn it down because we just want it to simmer and let the water absorb in that. Okay.
So the tricolor peppers are not hot.
No, they are not.
That's what I wanted to know.
They are not hot.
Okay.
Okay, Marshall. Also, while we're waiting on that to cook down a little bit, we need to make the sauce that's going to go over our vegetable stir fry.
She said we need to make the sauce. Okay, I tell you what, we're going to take a break and set up for the sauce. So,
okay.
Guess we need to make the sauce? Okay. We'll be right back.
Everybody needs a helping hand. Take a look at your fellow man. Tell me what can I do today?
Courtesy. Pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life.
And welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. So Chef Camela is going to make us a vegetable stir fry, and we're going to make the sauce. So Chef, let's get into what the sauce consists of.
All right, so our sauce is going to consist of some chunk pineapples, rice vinegar, and some tamari. Now tamari is a gluten-free soy sauce. Okay, so we have a lot of people that are now allergic to gluten. So they do make soy sauce that is gluten-free.
Whoa.
All right?
Okay.
And then we're going to use seasoned rice vinegar and pineapples.
Okay.
So we're going to
So the pineapple was the sweetener.
that's the sweetener.
That's the part I like. Okay. Okay.
So we're just going to pop this open here.
Okay.
And we're going to pour the juice and the pineapples right in there.
Now, you know-
Now, I want to leave a few of those pineapples aside because we're
Okay.
going to top our plate with the pineapples, okay?
Wow.
I'm going to put that back there.
You know, I always did like pineapples, chunks of pineapples, but they're kind of like, you can only eat so many, then you get full. You don't want any more. But
Yeah.
when you do eat them, you're like, it's so good. Okay.
All right, so Marsha, we've got our pineapples and the juice in there. We're going to just take a couple of tablespoons of rice vinegar
Vinegar, okay.
and a couple of tablespoons of soy sauce. And once again, this is a gluten-free soy sauce.
Gluten-free. Where are we going to, ladies and gentlemen? Gluten-free. Everything's, well, you know, the century is for gluten-free because a lot of people do have allergies. So it's not just peanut allergies that we're looking at.
It is not just peanut allergies.
Okay.
I need to toss this a little bit so that we're not burning anything.
Okay.
All right, and we don't want our vegetables to overcook or get too soft, okay?
Wow. I mean,
Now,
they
in
smell
here-
great.
While we're doing that, before we get to the sauce, I want to go ahead and add our carrots.
Okay. Now,
And
should a
our
person
broccoli.
should a person buy their vegetables already pretty much cut up and everything? Would it
You
make
know,
it easier on them?
It makes it easier, but you also have to think about the cost, okay? So the more things are already prepared for you, the more they cost.
Okay.
So if you can get it and chop it yourself, you're going to save a little bit of money that way.
All
All
right,
right?
all right.
But if you're in a little bit of a hurry, you want to do this in a quick, then you'll want to go ahead and get things that's already chopped for you.
Okay,
All right. Now, what else we're going to add to this is just a stir-fry seasoning, and this also is gluten-free. I'm using this because it is a thickener. So even though we have the pineapples as a sweetener, they will thicken a little bit also, but this will help to thicken that sauce a little bit more too.
Okay.
So we're going to add a couple of tablespoons of the seasoning to that.
So the seasoning gives it a little more flavor and thickening.
Yeah, flavor
Okay.
and thickening.
All
All right.
right,
So we're
okay.
going to go ahead, pop this on here like that. Make sure you put a top on it, because if
Please.
not, we'll have a big mess.
Okay.
All right. And this won't take but a moment. You just want to chunk that up like that. There's your sauce. That
Did y'all
quick.
see that? Okay.
That quick.
That
all right?
quick. Okay.
Now,
Did you count 1, 2, 3? Okay.
4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Now, we're going to go ahead, because look at the broccoli. It's getting a bright
Wow.
green. We don't want that broccoli to overcook. So now we're going to add our edamame and our sugar snap peas.
Okay.
All right?
Oh, wow. It looks nice.
Now,
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that the more healthier meals you eat, it helps you a lot. It's not just that you should eat healthy, it's what you eat is healthy. So when you
Exactly.
start eating what is healthy, then you appreciate the variations of food. Because a lot of times, maybe you do need to incorporate in your diet a vegetarian day. If you don't want to have it every day, you should have a vegetarian meal at least once or twice a week. Help your digestive system, you know, may break down some enzymes. I like to know that when I'm eating vegetables, they're not just because I have to eat them.
Right.
What are they doing for me?
exactly. And
Okay.
so we're going to add a little garlic. Don't need a lot. And the thing about garlic, don't add your garlic too early, because once garlic burns, it's bitter. It's not
Okay.
good, okay? So we've got a little garlic, and we've got some ginger that's already in a paste, so you don't have to.
Ginger in a paste?
Yeah. See? Just going
Okay.
to add a couple of.
But you don't have to worry about me trying it. Okay. Let me see that. Ginger in a paste. So normally, you know, I like to sample something. This is not it. Okay. Ginger
And then we have some cilantro
in a paste?
in a paste.
You
Just
know
going
what?
to add
I
that
tell you.
right on in
Where
there.
are we going, ladies and gentlemen? Where are we going? Things
All
coming
right.
in a paste nowadays. Okay.
All right, so we've got that, and we're going to do a little stir here. Now, you want flavor throughout, right?
Yes, we
So,
do.
we added the garlic, we added the cilantro and the ginger. But remember, this is a seasoning packet. So it's okay to add a little bit of this seasoning packet to season our vegetables.
Okay.
Because when you want flavor from top to bottom, all right? So we got the rice on the bottom, it should be seasoned. Vegetables should be seasoned even if we got a sauce. Everything needs to have some seasoning to it. All right? And it doesn't take a lot. So we just add a little sprinkle of that.
Okay.
Go ahead and stir it up.
Now, the
And
person do have options. So they can eat this as a vegetarian meal, or they can add what type of meat?
You can add chicken, steak, salmon. You can add tofu.
Oh, wow.
So even vegetarian, you wanted to save it, add some tofu. You got a little more protein that way. Okay? So now our vegetables are bright and colorful. Done. Now all we want to do here is take that sauce that we've made and add it to our meal. And I would not add all of it right now. Sorry. I don't want it to pop all over the place.
All right.
I would just add a little bit, because you don't want it to be soupy. All right.
Wow.
And so we
Okay.
see that there's still some chunks of pineapple in there.
So you always have a little chunk of pineapple?
A little. You don't want
Okay.
it just to be all mushy.
Correct.
mushy.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we just add a little bit.
Now,
and then
let me say this,
I'm
because
sorry.
that's
Yes.
like a big bowl. How many members in the family would that
Oh
feed?
my goodness, this is going to feed at least 6 or more.
Okay.
And then once again, it depends on your serving size.
Okay.
All right. And you should have leftovers of this. Okay.
I think so, too.
You should have some leftovers.
Because if I got leftovers, we're going to have some meat in it later, okay? I'm going to start off with it as a vegetarian meal. Then the next day, I'm probably going to put some shrimp in it. You didn't tell me that.
See,
See, I
yes.
was like, okay.
You can put
Okay.
whatever meat you want to add to this, you can. All right.
Okay.
Now,
Now let me ask you this. So just like you had the chicken strips last time, would chicken strips be good for
yes. So what
All
you'll
right.
want to do is saute your chicken strips off separately, and then just top them on top.
that? But
Steak.
do you season your meat?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay.
You have every step you do needs to be seasoned. So
Okay.
your chicken, your steak, your shrimp, any meat, your tofu. Tofu has no flavor. Tofu picks up the flavor of the food you're cooking. So you need to give it some seasoning.
Okay.
So you can even saute off your tofu, add some seasoning to it. Okay. Now, for a crunch, we have some cashews. Now, if someone is allergic to nuts, you'll leave the cashews out.
Okay.
All right. But I'm going to go ahead and turn this off because
Okay.
we don't want our vegetables to overcook and get all soft. All right.
Okay.
And are you allergic to peanuts?
Nope.
All right.
Okay.
So-
So we do know you have an option there.
You do have an option.
Because the people who are allergic to peanuts are going, she put nuts in it. But
Eggs.
I'm not allergic to peanuts, so I want to try mine with nuts. Okay.
And guess what? There's another 5 grams of protein in here.
The 5 gram. Okay.
All right. So we're going to just add some cashews right on top.
Now
here.
those raw.
No, these are roasted and with sea salt.
Okay. All right. Roasted
So
with
if
sea
you
salt.
had
I
raw
don't like that.
cashews, you'd need to bake those off a little bit or brown them in a pan. You want to cook them. You don't want to add raw cashews.
Okay. No raw cashews.
No raw.
All right. Because I'm
Very
thinking,
bitter.
I was thinking because you're preparing the meal, it might have been raw cashews. But I'm glad you
No.
informed us that it's roasted sea salt cashew. I've never had roasted sea salt. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's probably pretty good. I'm gonna find out in a minute, though. Okay.
All right. All right.
So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you know how I am. I always tell you to email me, Facebook, Twitter, 1-800-323-5336, because you know you got a show idea. And definitely, you're a person in culinary. You always want to try and come in and see me and have me sample something that you're making. Now, and with that being said, I'm telling you, I'm smelling this food here. You know, I can't wait to take a break and come back, and she's going to plate it up. Okay, so should we take a break and you plate it up?
We can do that.
Okay,
Yes.
I think so too. What do you guys think? Okay, we'll be right back.
All right.
We'll get you moving.
Because when you get moving an hour a day,
You'll have more energy to do the things you like to do.
So be a player.
Get up, play, and move it your way.
Check out how to be a player at letsmove.gov. That's www.letsmove.gov.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts.
And welcome back to the last half of the show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm having a good time because Chef Camela is definitely showing us a stir-fried vegetable meal today. And it doesn't take long, so we wanted her to interject and tell us about this meal and who would benefit from a meal like this.
So, Marsh, we're going to turn this off for a little bit while we talk for a moment and talk about this meal. So the one that would benefit the most is someone that is looking truly to get a little more nutrition. Now, in this, a stir fry, if you've never done a stir fry, but you want to do something really quick for your family, a stir fry would be the way to go. The reason for that is because it cooks fast. So you got a hot skillet, hot wok. It's so the food is going to cook quickly.
Okay.
All right. But in cooking quickly, we're not going to lose all of the nutrients that's in the vegetables. All right. Now, with this, we're talking, some people do calorie count. For vegetable stir fry, there's not a lot of calories. Okay. But if you're looking at, I look at a lot of protein. I'm trying to build on proteins. Okay. In this, we have the edamame, which is high in protein, and we have the cashews, which is higher protein. Now, if you're counting proteins, and some people need to have 45 calories of protein a day or 30 calories of protein a day, and if you base it out and you don't have enough in here, you can add chicken,
Okay.
You can add shrimp, and we talked about salmon. All of those things are high in protein, so you can add that to build up on your protein. So some people say, I don't want just vegetables. I need some meat in my life, and you can do that, all right? But the stir fry itself cooks quickly. Feeds a large family because, as you saw, we just used small portions. I had 1 red pepper, 1 yellow, 1 orange pepper. We had 2 crowns of broccoli, a half a bag of sugar snap peas, and a half a bag of edamames. Did 1 onion, and now we have a skillet full. And then the carrots, that wasn't even a half a bag of carrots.
Okay.
But this meal right here can feed a large family. And then we
great.
have a pot of rice. So the rice is going to be on the bottom, and then we top it with the stir fry.
You know, I think the last time you were here, I was saying that I really feel sad that they took home ec out of the schools because this is the kind of thing for this generation that they should learn how to prepare and be able to go home and prepare for their children. And children will learn how to eat vegetables early on if you prepare them and make them look just that colorful.
Right, and then you can do this with your family if you have. Not real small children, but children big enough, 8, 9 years old, that they can handle a knife. You can give them
something to do.
So they can help you chop up. You just have to be careful with the knife that you give them, okay?
Right.
They can help
just
you
let
chop
them break
up.
the broccoli up.
There you go. There you go.
Just peel my mama's onion and break the broccoli up. Okay.
And I'll do the knife.
Oh,
right.
yeah, I'll do
okay.
That's good. That's good. So I'm impressed with the fact, like I said, we're a 30-minute cooking show, and you're already done. And ladies and gentlemen, I can't even tell you how many minutes we have left, but she's done already, and we're going to plate this food up. But I wanted to learn or express to you the nutritional value about a vegetarian meal. What would you suggest? Should a person or family have a vegetarian meal once a week, twice a week, or does it matter?
It does not matter. But when you're looking at getting your vegetables in and you figure, like, I've eaten a lot of junk this week, or I've eaten a lot of meat this week, try to get maybe a vegetable stir fry in at least once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
At least once every 2 weeks, because people, I don't want to. But if you're looking at on Fridays especially, you've been working all week long. Okay, you've cooked meals, you're tired, you don't really want to cook, you want to come in, you want to do something quick, vegetable stir fry is going to be the trick.
Yeah. So now, is this one of those type of preparations? You can have it the night before, already diced and sliced.
You can.
Put it together, and then when you come in.
The next, just pull everything out the refrigerator, get your wok or your skillet hot, and it's ready to go.
Okay.
right.
That's the kind of stuff I like. I mean, if it depends on what time of the year it is, winter, summer. In the summertime, we really don't like to be in the kitchen at all. Oh, it's hot, and it's hot in the house, and it's hot outside. Who wants to cook? So this kind of meal, if you notice, it takes less than 30 minutes. You can do this, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, come on. So then there's other things that, a lot of people always go for the salads in the summertime. I'm a salad person, but how much lettuce are we going to eat in the summertime? I want to have a chicken salad. Oh, no, I'm going to have an iceberg salad. Oh, I'm going to have a spinach salad. You're doing that as a cover-up because you don't want to cook. Right, right.
And this is a quick way to get away from a salad. You can still do this. Now, as you were saying, sometimes, depending on how you prep for the week, or if you've gone to the store and you've bought your vegetables, you can get your vegetables prepped and have them ready already. So that what you've already worked out your meals and what I'm going to have every day, have your vegetables ready to go.
So tell us about the vegetable season mix.
The seasoning mix? Okay, so what we used, once again, was our pineapple chunks.
Okay.
And this was used with 100% pineapple juice, not syrup. We use hot pineapple juice. And then we use the seasoned rice vinegar. Okay? So it's no fat, low in calories. All right? And then once again, we talked about the gluten-free soy sauce. It's called tamari, and it's gluten-free.
Now, I'm impressed with that there is a vinaigrette that's,
It's a vinegar. It's a rice. Now, this is a seasoned vinegar rice, and they even have this in different flavors.
Okay, that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm a fan of farmer markets, especially urban markets when people do their own vegetables. Would this be something that you could just pick out the garden and make yourself?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah.
That would be perfect, right out your garden.
Right
and
out the
people
garden.
are growing gardens now, so you can go and get whatever fresh vegetables. Now, we use broccoli and peppers. Whatever vegetables you like can go in here.
Wow. Okay. Remember, you urban garden people. This probably a lot of urban garden people are doing such a thing as that, you know. And I'm just impressed because when I see them, I just want to stop and tell them, you know, that's a wonderful thing you're doing is making your own garden.
Yes.
And my father was a farmer. Okay, so he believed in all that, and he taught me a lot about the fruit and vegetables that come out the ground. I'm like, I never saw a potato come out the ground. I was like, I didn't know where potatoes come from. Okay, if you ever been in the South and you see, you know, potato patches, watermelon patches, and stuff, you would be impressed. Okay, so with that being said, we're gonna plate.
Okay.
Because I know this is getting a little warm here. I mean, a little cold here, and I want to get started with my sample. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know I always say you can always step in my shoes and sample something. I don't have to. I'm just used to doing it. Okay, and in the event that you are the person that's interested in doing a show with Just Ask, you should consider being a guest on Just Ask by preparing a lovely meal for our viewers. So if you are in the culinary business, and we say culinary because it's a lot of you. We don't know if you're a nutritionist, dietitian, chef, sous chef. We don't know. So we say all of you in the culinary business, give us a call, 1-800-323-5336. Twitter, Just Ask Talk Show, Marcia at Just Ask, and let us know what your show idea is for us. All right, so
Marcia, I like to take and put the rice down first, and then I make a little well right there in the middle.
okay.
So that's where our vegetables are gonna go.
All right.
All right. So we've got that, and
Oh, it's still hot. All right. So we're going to get a shot of this beautiful plate, ladies and gentlemen, and then I'm going for it. Okay, so with our 1 minute left on the clock, I'm going to give it a shot.
we want to add some broccoli in there. It didn't come with the, so we want to make sure we got some broccoli,
That's
and you want to
beautiful.
make sure you got some sugar snap peas in there.
Okay.
All right, Marcia's ready to go.
That's it. Okay. Now, can we get a shot of this? Because you know I'm going to eat it. All right, okay.
Now, also, Marcia, you can add mushrooms. I know you're not a mushroom person, but you can add some mushrooms in there.
Again?
Yes.
Okay, no, I was just kidding. All right. I ate the little, what's it called?
Edamame.
Edamame. That was good. First of all, hats off to brown rice. That's good. Okay. It's
Hot.
good. Well, it's hot and it's good. I don't know what to tell you, Chef, but I'm hungry and this is good again. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know, like I know, excuse me, you'll try this at home. Chef, Camela, thank you again. We're going to get another phone call, so will you come back again?
I will.
Okay,
I will.
okay, ladies and gentlemen. I'm running out of time. I'm going to eat my vegetarian meal today. It's excellent. I want you to try this. Look for our recipes and the chef's bio and the information on our website. 1-800-323-5336. Twitter, hashtag Marcia at Just Ask Talk Show. Facebook, the whole 9 yards. So there's no way you can't get in contact with us. And check us out on all of our stations, Channel 56, and all the other stations as well. I'm your host, Marcia Florence for Just Ask. And what do I always say? If you know someone with a disability, or if you just have a general question, don't be afraid to ask. Just ask. I'm your host. Bon appetit. Great.